Winter would not end. For weeks the sun had hidden behind thick iron-grey clouds. Snow covered everything, not just the streets and rooftops, but the sounds. The town felt muted, as if the world itself was holding its breath. In this town, children did not build snowmen anymore, because at night, what was built in the snow did not stay still. Erin, Lila, and Tom were the first to understand. One afternoon they shaped a small snow child in Erin's yard. They laughed, placed pebble eyes and a crooked smile, and went inside before dark. The next morning, it was gone. Not melted, not broken, gone. But there were footprints in the snow. They did not lead away from the house. They led toward it. That night, the wind began to whisper. At first, it sounded like distant howling. Then it became clearer. It was saying their names. Erin, Lila, the windows frosted over from the inside. Then the snow outside began to move. Shapes rose from it, crawling, stretching, reforming. Creatures made of packed ice and shadow pulled themselves forward. Their eyes were black as coal. Their mouths were sharp with frozen spikes. They did not walk. They dragged themselves closer. With every movement, the snow cracked like breaking bones. The walls trembled. The creatures were not guessing. They knew exactly who they wanted. The children hid. Doors were locked, curtains drawn, but snow slipped through the keyhole, thin as dust. And then the sky tore open. A line of blinding light split the darkness. From it descended the first guardian, the Snow Warden. His cloak shimmered like crystal frost. Blue fire burned quietly in his eyes. Wherever he stepped, the snow did not melt. It froze solid, obedient and still. Next came the Night Shield, formed from shadow, moving without sound. He passed between the creatures unseen, dissolving their forms with waves of darkness. And finally, a small glow drifted down like a falling star. The Heartlight, tiny, radiant, brave. She walked forward, holding her light out before her, stepping directly toward the monsters. The creatures screamed. "They are ours," they roared. The Snow Warden raised his voice like thunder across ice. "Children are never alone." The battle began. The snow creatures swelled larger, twisting into frightening shapes. One formed the face of a crying child. Another mirrored Lila's reflection. Lila gasped, tears freezing on her cheeks. The Heartlight knelt beside her. "Do not fear," she whispered gently. "Monsters are born from fear." The light expanded, not burning, not destroying, warming. The creatures did not shatter, they shrank. Their edges softened, their roars faded into whispers, and then they collapsed back into ordinary snow. Silence fell over the town. Morning came. For the first time in weeks, sunlight touched the rooftops. The snow remained, but it no longer moved. As the guardians began rising back toward the sky, Erin ran forward. "Will you come back?" he shouted. The Night Shield paused mid-air. "We never leave," he said. "As long as fear exists, we are here." From that day on, children built snowmen again. They laughed in the daylight. But at night, they remembered, if the snow whispers, if the shadows stretch too far, courage is already on its way.